teach a lesson in literally 17 minutes. But I just got a notification that my car insurance came out of my account, leaving me not enough to cover my rent, and I don't get paid for another 7 days. So if I pay the majority and say I owe my rent $50, then that leaves me with $3 for 7 days. And I'm trying not to use my credit cards because the reason why I'm so tight is because all of my extra money goes to paying my debt. But I don't make more money. I don't make any more. So it actually just leaves me like with nothing. To the point where I already buy groceries. I don't eat out. I don't drink like hardly at all. All my socialization is like me hanging out with girlfriends at their homes or apartments. I am trying to do everything within my means to not be spending, and still it is debilitating. And then I have to like ask my dad for freaking money, which is so freaking embarrassing. Makes me feel like such a failure. Like, I have a master's degree and I work every single day and I work hard and I'm good at my job, and it doesn't matter because I live alone in New York. I live alone on Long Island, and I'm trying to pay off my debt. And so that means that I've got just about nothing. I don't want to live like this.
Understandable. Um, what I it's many points that I can look at. I understand. I've been homeless in my life over my years. It's not a fun situation, but I had to reflect on what I had to do in my life to improve it. Now, this young lady has a master's degrees. She's very educated. She has a great job. She enjoys her jobs. It appears to be that she enjoys teaching. Now, you could teach all over the country. Let's look at some positive things. Let's dissect the negative. She says she has a little money in her account. Like her rent is not. They took her cardinal out, so it's not going to be able to cover her rent. Um, okay, we're gonna look at all points. She said she lives a single. She's single in Long Island. Long Island, New York is expensive. You're on an island, New York. That's a beautiful, luxurious area of the five boroughs. Long Island. A lot of people in New York like to go to Long Island and other boroughs. So you live on your own. And again, um, you have a car. New York has some great transportation. I lived in New York for 5 months. Stayed there for 5 months. I've been to Long Island. There's some great transportation there, city transportation. These Now we have deducted the points she has illustrated. Her bank account is empty. She don't have a lot of money. She doesn't spend out food. That's one positive thing. She don't goes she hangs out with her friends over their houses because she can afford it. She's now back to the negative points. She says she don't drink, like she goes out to socialize outside, but she did state to us that she goes out sometimes, not all the times. And when she go out to drink, so there's another point. You might want to have something in your home if that's if you enjoy socialize and drink, having a drink, go to your friend's house. As you stated, let your friends come to your house. You can't afford to go out. That's the reality. Now, we did a deduction. She has a car, which is it appears at this present time she can't afford. She asks her father for money, and she feels bad about that. Now let's do things. Let's see if we can improve it. If she would go stay with her father for a short period of time, um, would that save money on rent? Yes. If she would not go out for a period of time, would that save money? Yes. If Another thing, in between the period, um, there is something they call payday loans. You can get a temporary payday loan, and then they cover that for a period. Okay, now that can be taken care of. Now you'll be back on track. Now they give you a 2 week window to reduce any of your habits that you have that might reduce your amount of money. You can find a roommate, or you could move in with a roommate, and that can reduce your overhead. Another, your teacher. They're, they all across America. We hear Chicago, other cities. They need teachers. I know you like to live in New York. You probably possibly you raised in New York, but sometimes you got to move where the economy is driving you as a single person. Maybe you've had a partner or married. That would reduce a lot. So there's variable things you could do to reduce your overhead budget and start putting money in a positive direction. We didn't hear none of these. We heard all the negative, and that's where maybe her mindset is at this present time. I wish nothing bad on her, but what's your opinion? What do you think? Could she have done a lot of things to improve instead of looking at it in negative? That's what I was thinking. And some people are they so focused on the victimization of a situation, and they put themselves in the victim position instead of taking themselves out the victim position and see how I can improve this victimization of scenario. That'll be a better view if you look at it from that perspective. But we just hearing victimization situation, and maybe she pulled herself out and look at how can she improve her position. That might be more enlightening to her and bring positive energy her way. Um, like you can move across down south, southern states, across Midwest. There's a lot of programs. She has a master's degree. There's a lot of institutions will accept her. Maybe you was doing good along out in a period of time, and the economy, policies, everything's happening across the country. Is the American landscape is changing. People move all the time for economic reasons. So sometimes we can't have what we want if we're out as an adults on our own. So you might want to take these observations into consideration. What is your opinion? I don't see. I think there's a lot of things she could do to improve her financial wherewithal, but it's up to her. But she didn't say anything. But I think I stated multiple uh, points that would improve her living situation. What is your opinion? Leave a comment down below. Let's listen to one more person. Okay.
I think I'm having like a legitimate mental crash, okay? One of my bank accounts has $25 in it, another one has like negative 30 or something. I got up to go do Instacart like I do every day, and I don't care. I don't think I can work.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna take out that. I think that maybe around like 12 o'clock, I'll try to get myself out of the negative, but that's as far as I can go.
Okay. Another scenario of a person that seems to um, wants to live in the negative, as she just stated, eloquently stated. She's living in a negative situation. She don't think she can work. She's one of her bank accounts in the negative. The other bank account has $25, and she wants to do something kind of adult activities to maybe improve her mental horizons. I totally disagree. Uh, she states she thinks she can't work. Maybe she in a rut. Maybe she needs to seek some life coach or some therapy to help her. But there's many ways you can do things that can support you in a positive way. But it seems like a lot of young Americans, people that are educated, are going through a lot of things today that need to be addressed, and some people need to be support them. I think this generation has a lot of needs that the previous generation was a little harder. They had to figure it out. They had to go and work and figure things out. Today's generation, it seems to be woe is me. Uh, they seems to hold to the victimization of a scenario or a position in society, and they try to align with that instead of reflecting and figuring out how to positively change their situation. They seem to embrace the victimization mentality versus how can I improve my situation. Every generation of Americans fell on hard times, but it's up to you to transition yourself into a positive outcome and write down, have a vision board, write down positive things that you can do that can affect your life situation. But that's an individual's choice. And it seems like today people are in a situation where they want to blame and hold the circle of victimization close to their chest. But there's a lot of things you can do to improve your life. What is your opinion? Leave your comment down below. I just want to react to these videos and see what's going on in your mind. I'm sad to see this, if this society feels this way, single people feel this way. They have the most opportunities in this time, the most education, the most ability, the most pay. When I was growing up, the minimum wage was $3.30 some cent. This is a whole different generation. You can figure things out. You have high high level opportunities and attributes that you mental attributes that we didn't have. I came out of service generation. We had to work hard. We had to get it out the mud. Be honest with you, and we didn't have all the abilities that you guys have today. We had to figure it out. So I can't sit in the victim circle and be comfortable. I have to some just inside of me just make me want to go get it. Don't feel sorry. Don't look down. Don't look at the circle of victimization. I'm gonna shoot like a straight arrow. I'm shooting right through. I'm a bullseye, bust it all open. I'm getting through it. So, but that's my self determination, my self motivation. But I just feel for this generation today. What is your opinion? Leave a comment down below. I'm gonna stop it right here. It was just interesting to see this. It's kind of downing a little bit, but I hope I said something positive. I hope they reflect and they might see this video as a reaction video and come back and say, "Oh man, the guy was right." Maybe me think about some different points. Maybe I need to move to a different area. Maybe I need to a different region where there's a lower economic base in the society. Maybe I can't live in the area I was living the last 10, 15 years. Maybe I'm outpriced and people that's living here, they're in a better position. They can live and afford. Maybe I have to reduce my way of living to be able to survive. Do I want to live in a place where I got to survive, or do I want to go to a lower level economy where I could thrive? And maybe I could build myself up and then get some more education and find a career back in New York or wherever you're from and then improve my life. Maybe it's not just the jobs. Maybe it's when I go into an interview, I might look like down or don't answer the questions the correct way or what the interviewers looking for, and they got to keep moving to the next because there's a lot of people looking for positions and jobs. It's so much ways you can look at it, but look at it in a positive way. Don't sit in a negative sense. But you always have negative moments, but you always have positive moments. Which space you want to exist in, it's up to the individual. Without further ado, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think.